The story from the project, innocent black man. Let me be clear. Damn, man. The story from the project, innocent black man.
What up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Small Account Challenge. Today is day number 144. As most of y'all know, we didn't finish the week strong last week. Took a couple of hits, couple of drawdowns to the equity curve, but it's all right. We back at it today. Hope everybody had a great weekend. This morning in the pre-market, I did not see anything worth really liking in the market. In the price action today, not to my liking. It was just another day at the office. We was able to pull out a win, but it wasn't pretty. Anyway, I'm going to tell you exactly how we pulled it off. And today's big day market recap. People who have subscribed to this channel have asked me, do I give training for these small account stuff? And I'm going to be starting that. First, I need to see if there's real interest in it. So in the comment section below, put the word interested, and then I know if people are really interested, because I know there are traders who don't have a lot of money and they would like to learn how to grow their small amount of money into a large amount of money and then take it on their own. All right, y'all, let's go over the trades from this morning. I only got into 4 trades, and on the third one I had to step outside of the wheelhouse because the price action it was wonky. Anytime it's more computers trading, to me, I can feel it than humans. You get a lot of this wonky and choppy price action. The market just sucks. So you don't get a lot of resolution that you like to get. The momentum is not there. You get little candles, fake outs, a whole lot of stupidness. And it make you almost want to just fall back and don't want to even play with this game that they got, because it's a lot of manipulation too anyway. All right, anyway, let's pull the charts up. The first trade was at 941 to the downside. All right, cool. Here we go. The candle that starts the market at 930 is a green candle coming up. The very next candle opens up 30, closes at 35. We have a upper wick on this candle, so I set the upper key level. I don't have a lower key level because I didn't see one on that candle. So all right, so I'm waiting for that candle to close. The candle closes. The very next candle opens up 35, closes at 40. All right, cool. Remember, I want to get in. My first trade was to the downside. This one closed at 940. We do have a daily key level that we're coming up to. I'm banking on that becoming a good line of resistance, and we can push down. So I jump in at 941, banking on this daily key level. And we don't get the resistance that I'm hoping for, so I got to hold. The candle closes at 945. I'm in the red. But I'm saying, you know what? Let the guardrails take me out. And the candle closes at 45. The very next candle opens up 45, closes at 50. It breaks that daily key level. And that's when we get popped out at 9:48 in 12 seconds for a loss for our first trade. I'm like, you know what, man? Anytime the price action moves like that, I might start to sit on my hands even more and just wait even for an even cleaner setup. But I try to take my edge every time I see it. So, but for the most part, if it ain't strong enough, I might start holding my punches on that one. Anyway, on the very next trade, we won on, which was at 949 to the upside. So as we got out at 948, I'm seeing it squeezing. So I jumped in on that 945, 950 candle. I jumped into the upside. Now I'm banking on that line that I wanted to be resistance. Now I want it to be support. And it does hold. The candle closes at 950. The very next candle opens up at, let me get this right, opens up 50, closes at 55. I'm in this bad boy. I add a contract at 953 because I know that if we do get a lower wick, that means, but it don't take over the previous candles. Let me know they holding it up, the bull. So I'm glad about that. I jump in 953, so now I got 2 contracts, and I get out on the very next candle. No, 2 candles later, I get out at 10:01 on this squeeze up on the candle that opens up 10 o'clock, closes at 10:05. I get out on that candle for a nice trade. So we make the money back from the first trade, and now we sitting green because the first trade was only 1 contract, and the second trade we had 2 contracts. So I'm like, all right, cool. So now I'm watching it, but to me, I made that trade. I made it out kind of like lucky. So I said, you know what? I'm not messing with SPY right now because it's moving really in a way that I don't like. So I jumped over to Costco because I saw that it was moving up pretty nicely. So I jumped to Costco. All right, cool. Let's pull it up. Now, Costco, I jumped in at 10:04. Let's pull the charts up. Okay, let's get over there. All right, cool. All right, here we go. So, I noticed Costco squeezing at the candle that closes at 10 o'clock. The very next candle opens up 10, closes at 10:05. I jump in at 10:04. But when I jumped in, it was kind of sitting down next to where it opened up at. It wasn't kind of moving. So I said, hopefully it go in our favor. And it absolutely did. The very next candle opens up somewhere up here. And I sell at 10:06 for a nice trade. And that was our second green trade of the day. We still wasn't sitting really nicely when we ended the day. But it was cool. Know what I mean? I'll take it. And I got out of there because it's Costco you can't play with. Because if it go against you, it can bite. If it go in your favor, it's nice. But if it go against you, it can really bite. So I decided, you know what? Let's head back over the SPY and see if things change a little bit. So I jumped back over the SPY, which is the one I really like to trade. Only because it's a lot of energy for the most part, or a lot of volume. So sometimes if the computers aren't the one running the day, you do get some nice resolution and some nice entries. So anyway, I jumped into this at 10:10 to the downside. All right, cool. The candle that closes at 10:05 is a green candle. The very next candle opens up 05, closes at 10:10. Remember, I want this to the downside. As this candle closed, I jump in because I see immediately a red candle start to form. So I jump in at 10:10 and 52 seconds. It starts going down. I add at 10:12 and 1 second. So now I'm sitting there with 2 contracts. Cost basis kind of nice. But then it closes at 10:15 and the very next candle pops up and makes me upset because now I got the 2 contracts. So this bad boy opens up at 10:15, closes at 10:20. Now I'm sitting in the red again. I'm like, oh man, gave back some of the profits from earlier. I'm like, oh man, I'm kind of tight now. And this candle closes at 10:20. The very next candle opens up 20, closes at 25. I add a contract at 10:23. So now we got 3 contracts on this bad boy. Now my cost basis is pretty nice now. This candle closes at 10:25, is going in our favor, and the very next candle opens up 25, closes at 30. We get a squeeze down, boom. I get out at 10:26 with the 3 contracts, and that was the one that allowed us to have a day at the job, a day at the office, or whatever, average day in a sense. So we was able to pull out what you see there, boom. Like I said, some days the market is nice, some days the market is kind of wonky. Today, it was kind of wonky to me, but at least we was able to pull out a green day. Anyway, I've been working on that training for y'all, and that's gonna be coming soon. I see a lot of people interested in that, so we working on that, and that's coming. And thank y'all again. Anyway, we'll be back at this tomorrow for day number 145. All right, y'all. Peace.